Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no return on this one as the fair catch is... Signal for and take it. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Lorenzo Carter.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun. Wentz flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
19-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Giants' 1st down.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 31.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
3rd down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Short of the goal line.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Try to punch it in, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Now Wentz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor there to make the grab. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing again on second down. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
23 yards.
23 yards on the play. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards to pick up there. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
To throw on second down, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
The 37-yard line.
To throw is Wentz. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
2-yard pick.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going for it with Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory. 4th, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, don't scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A gain of 9. It's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Wentz. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Giants.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Catch made by Slayton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have moved out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turned the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A first down carry for Barkley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones now. Off play action. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Jones on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 58 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now a play fake. Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. On play action, Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Dorsett. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On the pickup.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake, Jones. Being chased out left. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give to Barkley out of the gun. He juked him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's Jones. Back to the air on 2nd down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Another try for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Giants 28, Eagles 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give them 32 on the play.
At the 43-yard line.
Toss play, Cohen, right side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They try again with Cohen. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
41-yard line.
Go. Tyson. Ready? Let's get in there. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. So we got this line, 7. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Watch the slant. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. Going up top for Miller. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Scotty Miller, 30 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Hey, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening, and it's created it.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on second down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing, Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 13-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The battle in the trenches, never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll go to Barkley again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
For the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it, happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
A 7-yard pickup.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Throwing on first is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Wentz looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Wentz. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tariq Cohen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Is good. Makes the score Eagles 30.
This will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They went right back to him there, figuring one big play deserves another. You think maybe he called for it and said, hey, give me the ball again?
I think a lot of people operate under the whole idea of if they haven't stopped it, go until they do. You go right back at a guy because maybe his confidence might not be as high. In this case, he responded well.
He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Intercepted. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And